Hey, this is Rob from ChainsawGuitarTuition.net. Today this video is going to be about something called anchoring. I've covered this before actually in a previous video, but it was over a year ago, and obviously there's still a lot of confusion about this, what the subject is. So I'm going to basically explain this. First I'm going to need a guitar. Right, good. So what is this thing that I'm talking about, anchoring? I did do a video about it, as I said, and I'm still getting loads of questions, and people are still confused about it, and people are saying, oh no, you should do this, it's good for you. Maybe I didn't explain it properly in the previous video, but I'm going through old videos anyway, so this kind of get moved to the priority list of how many questions I'm getting. Basically, anchoring is when you're touching the guitar and holding yourself there, right? The important part is holding yourself there. You're anchoring yourself, you're anchoring your picking hand to the guitar, right? So when you're picking, that's normal picking. Notice how my hand's able to move freely across all the strings, right? So I can, and like there's no kind of restriction to it or anything like that. Right, so anchoring. This is anchoring, right? If I'm holding the guitar like this and holding my hand to the guitar like this, right? So there's actual like pressure there, there's tension, and then I go to pick. That's an example of picking, obviously. If any combination of fingers are doing that, or if I'm doing it with my wrist, holding myself to the body of the guitar to steady my hand, that's anchoring. That's all I'm talking about, right? It's not, if you touch the guitar, you're fine, right? So you can do this, so you can be picking. So if you do that, right? Again, I'm not holding the guitar because it's balancing there on my leg. That kind of thing. That is not anchoring. So why is this a bad thing? If you're holding yourself there, right, you might be able to judge easily because you've got like a fixed point, right, where you're sort of picking from. And I understand that kind of logic, but you think about it this way. Your fingers are stiff, right? Stiff on the thing, and what's causing that stiffness? It's not going to be the muscles of your hand, it's going to be your arm. Your arm's going to lock up and go like stiff and tight and tense, and that's what's the bad thing about it. Same with that. If you're doing that, you're well, that's bad anyway. If you've ever had a job with a keyboard or played computer games a lot, if you do type like that, that's bad for you anyway. So the other one, that kind of thing, you know why that's bad already, right? It's the same kind of thing. You're bending your wrist in an odd angle. This one, you're tensing it up and you're restricting the movement here, right? Because this is all tense, right? The motion you'd need is from the wrist like this, and that won't happen if your fingers are tense and you're locking up your wrist to keep those fingers tense. And that's what's happening. That's how your hand works, right? You're going to lock your wrist straight. You might not realise you're doing it, or you might be to varying degrees, but that's what you're doing. And that's why anchoring is bad. Alright, here's an example. If I'm standing here, I've got my hand like this against the wall. I'm touching the wall, right? So I can move my hand freely against the wall. If someone was to come along, trip me over, if I was walking along, that's me falling over. It's not going to do anything. It's not steadying me. My arm's not tense. So there's no sort of give to it. However, I'm standing like this, right? I'm obviously leaning against that wall. And if someone was to come along, push me, I'm holding on, right? Holding on is the anchoring part. I'm anchoring myself against the wall. So if you like these videos, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to go to my website, there's more lessons on my website. Until then, I'll see you next time.